Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually going to be talking about a cryptid, which I have not talked about anything like really spooky that is just fun in such a long time. I think the last time I talked about it was my Dear Grossman video, which is basically Germany's urban legends of Slenderman over there. So if you want to go check that video out, I will leave that link down in the description below and even up at the annotation that you just saw. That was really the last time I talked about something that was like kind of fun and spooky and weird that was also based on an urban legend and some sort of real life reality. So yeah, I'm going to do that again, except actually this time it involves in my home state in Iowa. I'm going to actually read an article from North America's Cryptid. I believe that's what the website is called. So I'm going to leave that also down in the description below, as also for the Des Moines Register as well, that I got the majority of the images from over there. I do have the one image from North America's Cryptid website. I actually discovered the Van Meter Visitor from like a couple of years ago, actually, because I was looking into like cryptids and like iceberg videos on cryptids too, and actually the one that really intrigued me was the Van Meter Visitor, which actually was when I found out that it was a cryptid from Iowa out of all places, which I was like, holy shit. That's in my home state. Now, it's not in Des Moines, but it's in a small town in Van Meter, which is actually almost half an hour away from a half an hour drive from where I live, which is insane. You would think it would be further back, but no, it's really not. And I didn't even notice how far away it really was. But I'm going to read this article on the Van Meter Visitor so you guys have an idea of what this cryptid is. The article says, the Van Meter Visitor, Iowa's mysterious winged creature. For 5 nights, a strange creature with bat-like wings, a horn on its forehead, and a foul smell haunted the town, leaving behind footprints, plaster casts, and terrified witnesses. The Van Meter Visitor was first sighted on September 29, 1903 by Ulysses Griffith, a local doctor. He was awakened by a bright light shining into his bedroom window. He grabbed his shotgun and went outside to investigate. He saw a large creature perched on a telephone pole, emitting a beam of light from its horn. He fired at it, but it seemed unaffected and flew away. The next night, another witness, O.V. White, a hardware store owner, had a similar encounter. He heard a noise outside his store and saw the same creature on the roof. He also shot at it, but it flew away with a loud screech. The following night, Sidney Gray, a banker, was returning home from work when he saw the creature in an alley. It jumped on him and knocked him down. He described it as having smooth skin, large eyes, and a blunt nose. He managed to escape and ran to his house. On October 2nd, several townspeople decided to track down the creature and put an end to its reign of terror. They followed it to an old coal mine on the outskirts of town. There they discovered not one, but 2 of the creatures. One was larger than the other and seemed to be guarding it. The townspeople opened fire on them, but they retreated into the mine shaft. The next morning, the townspeople gathered at the mine entrance, expecting to see the creatures emerge, but they never did. The mine was sealed off, and the Van Meter Visitor was never seen again. What was the Van Meter Visitor? Was it a hoax, a hallucination, or a genuine cryptid? No one knows for sure. Some have speculated that it was a misidentified bird, bat, or pterosaur. Others have suggested that it was an alien or an interdimensional being. Some even have claimed that it was a manifestation of collective fear or subconscious guilt. Whatever it was, the Van Meter Visitor has become a legend in Iowa folklore and cryptozoology. It has inspired books, documentaries, podcasts, and festivals. It has also sparked curiosity and imagination among those who wonder what else might be lurking in the dark. This was very interesting because, first of all, honestly, out of all the cryptids I have heard about, I'm not gonna lie, this honestly looks like one of the most badass looking ones. I mean, look at right here. This picture that was used on the North American Cryptids website. Holy shit, I'm not gonna lie. That's actually kind of fucking terrifying. It looks like pretty much an ancient Velaptor dinosaur if it was a alien. Okay, I know technically, I know people in the comments are gonna say, Velaptors were not actually dinosaurs. I know that, but it just looks freaking cool. That's what it kind of looks like, an alien-like Velaptor, and it's honestly freaking cool, and the fact that it can light up a beam through its horn, dude, that's freaking awesome, too. I'm gonna sound crazy, but I would be more interested in finding this huge shit here than Bigfoot. And I know that sounds insane, but if it is real, holy shit, I would be terrified, but also be amazed at the same time to see this. Now, like they said, they're not really sure if this is actually real or not. It could just be people who were hallucinating, you know, from sleep deprivation, whatever, back in those days, but I don't know. It just looks like a Velaptor alien to me, and it honestly doesn't even look like something from even this planet. By these sketches from Kevin Lee Nielsen, who pretty much how this is what he saw and described it as. I know these aren't the best pictures, but honestly, this looks really damn cool. And, you know, and these are also the men that pretty much witnessed what they saw as well, too. And I guarantee you, I mean, like, maybe they were hallucinating, or maybe they really did see it. I don't know. A lot of these cryptic legends usually come from people who, I don't know, might have used drugs and they saw something, or sleep deprivation, or basically just, I don't know, maybe it really did happen. And honestly, I'm honestly that weird person that do believe there is some extraterrestrial life and in some form of way or another. I don't think we're the only beings here on this planet or even at the universe. So, I mean, our universe is fucking huge, dude. So, I wouldn't be surprised if these Van Meter visitors are all over the universe. It's possible, but that would be freaking cool and terrifying to see. Now, I know in the small town of Van Meter, I know every year they have their festival that goes on over there. I think I might see if I can go there next year because it actually sounds really fun. And this is also part of Iowa's culture, dude. That's probably one of the most badass part of Iowa's culture that isn't super depressing for once. So, what do you all guys think? Thank you all for listening. I wanted to just talk about something fun out of all the depressing shit I've had to talk about on my entire channel. And also, it's pretty fitting considering Halloween is almost here around the corner in like less than 4 weeks as I'm recording this. So, thank you all for listening. If you like my content and if you want to watch more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. And I've also got my Linktree down below where you can find my art shops and other social media down below, including my Patreon. Anyways, guys, I hope you're having a great day and stay spooky.